Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to this video. The much awaited RBI Grade B 2026 Phase 2 results are out. Okay, so all of those candidates who have been shortlisted for the interview, the result is out and you can check out the same on the RBI website. So congratulations to each and everyone who have been able to clear the Phase 2 of RBI Grade B 2026 exam. And I would request all of you, if you have actually seen your result and you're sure about it, though, you can please mail your result at hello@edutap.co.in. If at all EduTap has helped you in any way, you can let us know at hello@edutap.co.in. First things first, how can you check the result? Right, so you can just type RBI on Google. Right, apart from that, you can go over here. Once you've typed RBI on Google, you will see this opportunities at RBI results. So if you click on that particular tab, you will see all of the results being displayed, and the result of the phase 2 RBI Grade B 2026 exam is displayed over here. The link for that is given over here. Once you click on that, you will see that the roll numbers of all the candidates who have been shortlisted for interview. There's a PDF given over here where you can check your roll number, right? Whoever has been shortlisted, the roll numbers of all of those candidates have been given over here. So you can just click on this particular link and you will see the document wherein the roll numbers of all the selected candidates are given, right? So from there you can check your roll number and confirm whether you have been shortlisted or not, right? So this is the thing. First of all, if you are going over here and checking your result, you can check from the PDF. The next thing is, once you have checked your result and you're sure that you have been shortlisted by having a look at the roll number, there are a lot of details that are given with respect to how to proceed further, right? What all are the things that you should be keeping in mind with respect to how you should be proceeding further? One thing that is very much evident over here is that you need to check your email ID, right? Whatever email ID you have given while filling the form for all of the correspondence, right? That email ID has to be checked, because the you will receive a particular email, right? In this regard, with respect to the interview call letter. The interview call letter and other details would be sent over the email ID which you have given, which is the registered email ID while filling the form itself. Okay, so the date, time, and venue of the interview would be described in that particular interview call letter, and you will receive this email over the registered email address that you have given while filling the form for the RBI Grade B examination. You will receive a email on that from this particular email ID, no reply dot samadhan at the rate rbi.org.in. Okay, so you can check your mailbox, not just the mailbox, including spam and junk box. All of those have to be checked regularly for this particular email. This email would be forwarded to all of those people whose roll numbers are there in this particular list. Okay, who all have been shortlisted, all will get this particular email. In that email there is a link, right? This link is to complete your personality assessment. You will have to give information, right? There is this personality assessment that you will have to fill in, along with the instructions how to fill the personality assessment. All of the things are given in this particular email, right? So you will get that particular email and you have to fill this personality assessment. The time given for filling the personality assessment is only 5 days, within 5 days from the receipt of the email. Okay, let us say you receive this particular email on 25th of August. Okay, so then you will have to fill it within 5 days. By 30th of August, you will have to fill the personality assessment. Okay, link to complete this personality assessment is given, and you will, and the instructions are also given in the email, right? That also will be sent to all of the shortlisted candidates, and you will have to fill that particular personality assessment within 5 days of the receipt of the email that in your inbox, right? So note that. very clearly the time limit over here is something that is restrictive. So you should be really watchful of the emails that are coming in your mailbox, whichever registered email ID you have given. And all of these shortlisted candidates would actually be required to take a printout of the interview call letter is something that is given over here. And you should bring the hard copy, right, of this particular printout, whatever printout of the interview call letter, download that and then take a printout of it, and the hard copy has to be taken along with affixing the recent photographs. Okay, whatever recent photographs you have, those have to be affixed at the particular positions mentioned in that particular interview call letter. Okay, you should also be carrying the original documents because the document verification will be happening along with your interview. So you should be carrying the original documents over here with respect to the task of verification that would be happening on the day of interview, right? Apart from that, you are also required to bring your photo ID proof, right? So as to prove your identity, you should be having the photo identity proof and the documents with which you can support the date of birth. Your date of birth has to be supported. As we move ahead, we'll see which documents are actually required to support the date of birth. Mostly it is a matriculation or the class 10 certificate. So we will see about that, educational qualifications to support your experience, caste, right, persons with benchmark disabilities, specified disabilities, right? All of these have to be all of these people actually have to submit the uh, relevant documents in support of these things. Okay, whatever you have filled in the form, while filling the form you must have given details related to this, so documents have to be submitted to prove those, and these documents have to be taken in original so as to get them verified. Okay, you have to take the documents in original, number one, and also one set of self-assessed hard copy has to be taken. Okay, you will have to, what does that mean? The original documents whatever you are taking, you will have to take the printouts of all of those documents and sign on all of these documents. Okay, self-attested means you yourself have to sign, proving that okay, the particular document that is being given has been verified by you, right? For that sake you will have to sign on those but specific documents. Apart from that, it is also mentioned that all of the shortlisted candidates will be required to submit this biodata. Okay, so a duly filled biodata is something that is required to be submitted. So you will have to go ahead and submit the biodata. Let me just show it to you how this biodata actually looks like. If we just have a look, this is the entire biodata. So you will have to fill all of the details in this, right, relevant details, and then you will have to scan that, and accordingly it is given as over here that the scanned copies of the relevant certificates and documents, all of them have to be submitted along with this particular biodata. Okay, by when? They have given a specific date, you will have to keep that in mind, September 2 2026. So you should start uh, filling the biodata and collating all the documents. The scanned copies of these documents have to be submitted latest by September 2 2026. So keep that in mind. You will have to scan the biodata, scan the documents, and then you will have to submit by September 2026. Where are these documents to be submitted? You will have to mail these documents. Okay, mail ID is given over here. Documents RBI SB at the rate rbi.org.in. At this particular email ID, you will have to mail all of these documents, and this is the email ID that you will be utilizing for future correspondence. And if you have any queries related to the submission of the biodata or other documents, you can reach out to this particular mail ID. You can drop a mail and then ask your query related to the same. Now they have also given the list of the document that you will be required to take and what things you need to keep in mind while going for scanning and coming up with these documents. Okay, documents should be uh, like sent from the registered email ID only. Whatever is your registered email ID, through that only you will have to send. Like you have two email IDs, one of them you have given as a registered email ID while filling the form. Okay, on that you got the OTP also, everything. You will have to check it duly in that particular email ID only you will have to give, not the other one, right, that you generally use. So you should use the registered email ID only. And all of these documents should be in a PDF format. Actually you will have to make two PDFs, and these two PDFs have to be mailed over the email ID that I showed you. The first PDF would be of the biodata alone, and the second PDF would consist of all other documents in a single PDF file. Okay, so total of 2 PDF should be made, and it should be in PDF format. And all of these documents, when you scan them, right after scanning them, and you should be actually having a, it should be self-certified as something given over here, which means you most probably have to sign those documents, right? You will have to scan it, take a printout if possible, sign them, and then rescan, and then you prepare a PDF file, and then you will have to submit it. Okay, all these documents, the size of the documents that you are submitting should not exceed 10 MB. You will have to keep that in mind. All of the 2 PDFs, including the mail, should not be more than 10 MB, something that is given. It should be in A4 size, all the documents. And while sending the email, you should keep in mind that you are mentioning the registered number, right? Whatever is the number, the roll number, we can say, registered number, name, and the post for which you are applying. The email that you will send, the subject for that should be this, okay? Your registration number, sorry, and the name of the candidate. Then recruitment of officers in grade B, DR, general cadre, PY 2026. In this way you will have to submit, right? In this way you will have to have the subject of that particular email ID. Now there are certain things given with respect to the document. Okay, documents are to be submitted in following order. The order of the document should be like this. First you will have to give the biodata, right? That is a separate file, as we have discussed. Fill the biodata. Take the printout of the biodata. If you click on this, you will find the PDF file. Take printout, fill it, and then you will have to scan it and upload. Then there is the second document, in the second file, the PDF file. The second document should be the proof of the date of birth, which is the 10th class of the matriculation pass certificate, right? Or you can say the secondary school leaving certificate. Any of these two have to be submitted. In no other document will be entertained for consideration of the date of birth. Okay, so as to prove the date of birth, only this document would be considered, is what is given over here. Not just date of birth, the 10th class certificate would also be taken into consideration for matching your name, okay, which you have filled while filling the form, and the actual name that will be verified through the 10th class certificate. Many a times it happens that the name has changed later on, and in the further other documents the name is not matching. Then you will have you should have an affidavit in original. That affidavit has to be brought in original, so as to prove that okay, later on the name was changed. The affidavit should have details of that thing. Okay, at the time of interview you will have to submit that affidavit for the name change also. That is what is the information given over here. Then the third thing that you would be having attaching in this document is a certificate of educational qualification, whatever it might be, the mark sheet of matriculation, HSC, graduation, or the equivalent technical or professional qualification. Or if you are also submitting the post graduation equivalent technical qualification, you should submit the degree certificate, and also the for all the semesters or years, whatever is the mark sheet, that also is to be submitted. Okay, all of these have to be scanned, and then you will have to submit the entire thing in the PDF format, and the originals have to be taken during the interview. Apart from that, if somebody has this aggregate grade points mentioned in their particular mark sheet, then they will have to get the official conversion formula scheme from the board or the university, right, which has given those aggregate grade points. If they are unable to get that, if they fail to do so, in the advertisement you must have seen while filling the form, you must have seen the original advertisement, right, on April 29th. So that advertisement, whatever conversion formula is given, that would be applied. So it is better if you take your own conversion formula for your own board, right? That certified copy should be there with you, that okay, this is the conversion formula. Otherwise they will use their own formula given in the advertisement. Now for OBC candidates, the two things are to be taken, right, along with the 3 documents that were mentioned. The category candidates, like the OBC candidates, have to have their OBC caste non-creamy layer certificate, right, as per the cutoff date. And apart from that, there is this OBC declaration that also should be there. Okay, so talking about the OBC declaration, if we just have a look at that also, you should also have this OBC declaration, right? Let me just show it to you. This also has to be there. So this is the declaration. You will have to fill details over here by taking a printout of this and then scan, and the scanned copy has to be uploaded. SC/ST candidates, apart from 1, 2, and 3 documents that we have seen, SC/ST certificate should be there as per the prescribed format. EWS candidates, the income and asset certificate should be there in original, and then that has to be scanned and uploaded as mentioned, right? So, as per the requirement, it should be applicable for the financial year 2025-26 and should be valid for 26-27. And the PWBD candidates, actually, if they have availed the facility of scribe or the compensatory time as mentioned in the notification, they should submit these two certificates. One is a medical certificate confirming their the physical limitation that they have, that has to be submitted. The pro forma, the format is given here. Along with that, the original disability certificate should also be there. Okay, you will have to scan and submit, and also take the originals for verification on the time of the interview. Similarly, for persons with specified disabilities, you will have to submit the certificate in support of the disability, right? And the date on both of these, the medical certificate should be prior to the online or written examination, because then only the disability would be proved, right? If there are any staff candidates, like people who are already working in RBI in other posts or something, whatever, they have to be having these documents. They should forward the documents with the whatever documents are mentioned, relevant documents, along with the letter from the respective administration section, right? So that letter has to be submitted, that they're eligible to actually appear for this particular exam. That letter has to be submitted, and also the position of their pending vigilance and discipline cases, right, against them. That position should also be mentioned in that particular the letter that is being submitted from their administration section. People who have availed age relaxations, the relevant certificate should definitely be submitted. And as per the advertisement, if somebody is required to submit the experience certificates, okay, so that also has to be submitted in the proper manner. In case someone is from the government, PSC, autonomous bodies, no objection, NOC has to be submitted, right? That also has to be taken. Now, apart from that, someone seeking reservation or relaxation benefits, right, they must produce the original certificate as per the cutoff date. Apart from that, it is also mentioned here, notice given that the individual scorecard, category wise cutoff marks, etc. would be released, as we know, after the completion of the selection process and the declaration of the final results. And any RTI request with respect to how many number of candidates were there, and how many number of candidates actually gave this particular examinations and all, that would be entertained only after the process is completed and the final results are declared. Okay. And any if you want to change the date, time, venue of the interview, no changes in this regard would be entertained, is something that is very clearly given. And if there's any error, right, that would be rectified by the RBI. Of course, it is taken care that there are no errors in this particular result, but if at all there is anything, the RBI actually reserves the right to make changes to that. Okay. So once again, people, you can just mail your result at hello@edutap.co.in, and if EduTap has been able to help you in this particular journey, you can let us know at hello@edutap.co.in. Apart from that, let me tell you that the interview guidance program, right, that EduTap conducts, that would be conducted, right, that the details with respect to that would be shortly out. Let me give you a few details, that it would be conducted offline, both offline and online, right? So online, generally, all of you can join, right? That would be free. But the offline one would be conducted in Delhi as well as Mumbai, right? And the this offline interview guidance related program would be paid, right? So the details, the further details with respect to the help with respect to interview, how EduTap is coming up with this particular initiative, that is something that would be out in another video, right? Will be coming out. You can check out our YouTube channel for that. But for now, this is a detail that I can give you, that it would be conducted online, and the offline one would be paid. The offline interviews, mock interviews would be conducted at Delhi and Mumbai. Okay, so further details would be given out in another video. So on that note, I would like to wish everyone who has actually cleared this particular phase 2 of the examination, right? All the very best for the further process, and congratulations once again. And again, if you can, please do let us know your result at hello@edutap.co.in. Wishing all of you all the best. Thank you.